Salutations, respected viewers. I am George from Ireland, and here I am in front of the statue of Thomas Coram, who was born in this country in 1688, and he moved to America, where he made a fortune as a shipbuilder, and he later returned to this country. He was very wealthy, and he was concerned about the needs of those who lived in the worst privation. He was talking about abandoned children, of which there were a whole number here in the early 18th century. So being born outside of wedlock was considered a stigma back then. These children would be labelled with a certain word beginning with B, and their mothers would be grossly insulted. London was perhaps more broad-minded than the rest of the country, or indeed sometimes children were born to families who already had a dozen children and just couldn't cope because they were in such penurious circumstances. So he campaigned to set up a foundling hospital. Now, the word hospital back then didn't mean what it does now. It wasn't just simply a place for medical treatment. Hospital could be any charitable foundation. It could be a school, it could be an old people's home, and so on. That's why there's schools like Queen Elizabeth's Hospital or Christ's Hospital, things like that. Or someone just looking after the needy. So then he helped set up this. Here it is, the Foundling Hospital. And so a foundling was a baby who simply been abandoned, but they had a hatch, which doesn't exist anymore, for babies to be put in, and they put it in the middle of the night so they wouldn't die of exposure before they were found. And they were brought up here, but if mothers wished to have the possibility to reclaim their child, they could leave the child with something, with let's say a doll that was broken into or something, so if the mother ever came back, the two parts would fit together and they could identify the child, because remember, there are no photographs, we hadn't even discovered fingerprints till the 1880s. And that was that, but very few mothers ever did come back to fetch their children. And so it remained here, serving that function, the Foundling Hospital, until the 1930s. By that time, well, obviously some of the children were adopted, often they're being sent to the Dominions, particularly Australia. So it's open to the public. You can go around the Foundling Museum and have a good look around it. And the park hard by is named in his honour, Coram's Fields. But long before that, some of them have been sent to America, and indeed quite a few people in the United States have the surname Coram. I'm not sure if some of them were just given the surname Coram because they're brought up here. Obviously they could be collateral relatives of his. I have a feeling Coram never married and never had children. So that is the Foundling Hospital in London, founded in 1739.